on that. I mean, Muric is a top-class keeper, and no doubt will do a top-class job today.
Yeah, he's played in the Premier League last year, so he's capable and he trains well. Everyone trains well, so when you're training well, you're always going to be ready. And he's very focused. I see him, even though he had a little bit of a dip, but he's in the gym every day trying to get himself right. So I am in full confidence that he's going to do well today.
Absolutely right. Let's have a look at the team facing Ipswich today. Southampton have made 3 changes. They've reverted back to Aaron Ramsdale, who's come back in. Chieo, how much analysis is done on the opposing team during the week? I can imagine there's plenty.
Yeah, obviously I'm away from it now, but when I was there, we done a lot of analysis. The boys were actually in this morning doing some last-minute meetings.
Even on the day?
Yeah,
wow.
We always, it's not just today, but that's what we always do. So I'm sure, everyone knows what to expect. The manager and his crew, they do spend a lot of time analysing teams, trying to get that extra 1%. So yeah, we do a lot of analysing.
And what kind of opposition are you expecting today? What does Southampton bring? What are their threats?
Based on what I've been hearing through the week, with the new manager that they have, they're man-to-man. With them, we know they have some quick players up top, like Cameron Archer. I don't know will he start today, but playing man-to-man, you have to have athletic players, and you have to respect that. Yes, we're all struggling in the league, but we know that they're good players. They came up from the championship.
Obviously picked up the team, and they'll be looking to get back to winning ways today, won't they? I mean, he's not going to heap pressure on them by any means, but it's a different calibre of opposition that they faced, obviously, in the likes of Manchester City and Liverpool, as you mentioned in the opener, Curly, 2 of the best teams in the world. This is a different type of game, isn't it? It's 2 teams, battling at the lower end of the Premier League. We talk about the pressure of Ipswich at the moment, but the pressure of Southampton, they've only got 6 points on the table. This really is, it does feel like a must-win for them, doesn't it?
Yeah, honestly, it's a must-win for both teams. For us, obviously, we need to focus on ourselves. We need to win this game if you want to have a big, a good opportunity in staying out in this league. These are the games we need to win. Yes, we've gone and beaten the likes of Chelsea and Tottenham, but we also need to win these games to put ourselves in contention, to keep the teams nearby. But as you said, yeah, it'll be a big game for Southampton as well for us. So I think it'll be an exciting game based on the circumstances.
Yeah, it's going to be a very exciting game. Right, being pitchside and streaming live on YouTube and X isn't the only new thing to come to the club this week. We have launched the WhatsApp channel. James is a member as well. Over 11,000 of you have joined in. If you want to get involved, simply scan the QR code or visit Town TV's website for more information. And James, you spent a bit of time with the fans earlier on.
Yeah, it really is a buzz about the place today, and we popped into the fan zone to see what the vibe was like down there. Enjoy. So here we are in the fan zone, building up to atmosphere of Ipswich Town versus Southampton. We've got Brendan and Callum. We're going to talk to them in a moment. We've got Bluey over there, he's in goal, and we've got our fans over here who are building a nice bit of atmosphere ahead of the game. Can we have a cheer before we start going? 3, 2, 1. Yeah! They are loving it. Let's just go and grab a quick word with Bluey. Bluey, excited about the game today? Quiet and mysterious as always. We love it. Let's go speak to Brendan and Callum. Brendan, how's it going, my friend? You all right?
Good, you?
Yeah, not too bad. Callum, how you doing?
Excellent, excellent.
You guys season ticket holders? Are you just here for today?
Season ticket.
Yeah, you as well?
Yeah, season ticket.
Were you here for the previous time we played Southampton at Portman Road?
Yeah, I was, yeah.
Pretty good memories, right?
I remember it like yesterday.
Okay. We're going to get you two to take some penalties, okay? Just in the fun and the build-up to Ipswich Town versus Southampton. We've got Brendan, we've got Callum, we've got Bluey in goal, we've got our fans watching from the sideline. We're going to start with you, Brendan. A penalty against Bluey. Just got a score. Here we go. Brendan versus Bluey. Ipswich Town season ticket holder, left-footed. Oh, oh! He's missed it. He's missed it. Callum now for the win. The fans are on the sideline. Remember, big cheer if he scores it. We've got a right-footed penalty taker this time. The anticipation is huge here. Bluey's in goal. He's already sort of saved one. Here we go. The crowd absolutely love it. Just before we go, mate, score prediction for today?
3-0.
3-0 to Ipswich Town. Let's go.
I'm delighted to say we are now joined by the CEO, Mark Ashton. Mark, it's always a brilliant atmosphere at Portman Road on a match day. How excited are you for this one?
Extremely excited, a little bit anxious, as I am for most games, to be honest with you, but it's going to be another packed house, and the PA announcer picks the perfect time to speak. But no, the fans here have been incredible all season, and I expect another raucous, incredible atmosphere today.
you and the club do some fantastic work during the week ahead of all these match days. When it comes to 5 to 3, what are you like up in that box?
Anxiety is high. It was interesting for the last home game. Ed Sheeran was here and he sat next to me. It's the first time he's ever sat next to me at a home game, and he just kept saying, "Mark, are you okay? Mark, are you okay?" I think he was slightly worried about me. Look, I think we all just care so much about this amazing football club, and I feel a real weight of responsibility to the fans, the community, and everyone associated. So match days are always tough, but I think again the fans get you through it.
We speak about some of the big moments we've all experienced at this football club over the last couple of years. A big one sticks out, the Jeremy Sarmiento winner, 97th minute winner against Southampton last season. Of course, Morsey's last minute as well. Would that go down as one of your favourite moments, and what moments sort of stick out in your mind?
Yeah, I think there's been so many special moments over the 3 or 4 years we've been here now, but those two certainly stick out. They were so important, and they're just magical moments, and I'm hoping for some more today. I think, the fans, the noise, the electric atmosphere that's created inside Portman Road can be so special. But those two moments you've just mentioned were just incredible. And the Sarmiento one was a bit special.
Magic, wasn't it? And you talk about the fans and how much they've been an important part of this process. Looking not just at the moments of joy, but, those moments when the players need that extra lift. For example, against Manchester City, obviously defeated, the fans staying at the end, and you could see it visibly lifted everyone on the pitch. How important are moments like that, and does that set us aside from other clubs, do you think?
100%. I must admit, those two moments that you've just talked about with the fans staying behind after defeats put a lump in my throat. Makes you realise how special this football club is. And I know when you talk to other clubs around the world, they'll say the same. But this is a very, very special football club. From the moment we walked in, we talked about unity. We talked about being as one. And there were times when we had that League One run-in that people didn't think we'd get automatic promotion. Everybody doubted that we would get automatic promotion from the Championship. And there'll be a hell of a lot of people doubting this football club now. You doubt this football club at your peril. You doubt this fan base at your peril. If we are as one, as we have been, we can do very, very special things. And I'm very grateful to the fan base. But we're going to need him to go one more, and we're going to need to go big, loud and proud and make this football club an electrifying place again today.
Chieo, Mark said he had a lump in his throat when the players were clapping off at the end of the Man City game, certainly. What was it like for you and the boys when you went back into that changing room after that reception?
As I said to you last time, when you have that kind of support behind you, it gives the boys an extra 10%. It's that feeling, there's this, I can't explain it. It's just a feeling in your body, and you know that you're just not doing it just for yourself and your family. You're doing it for these people that sacrifice, So it means a lot. It really does.
And Mark, as we come towards the business end of the season, what is it you're looking for from everyone at the football club? Staff, players, fans?
Very simple, unity. We had a staff meeting this week. We talked to the staff about them being the very best version of themselves. I know whether you're the gate man, the groundsman, the cleaner, the chef, the chairman. If you are the very, very best versions of yourself, it can impact performance, because you can't ask the behind the staff's people to be the best version of themselves and the players not to be. We are as one. And if the staff, the players, the community, the fan base are as one, we can continue to do very special things at this football club.
And just one comment on this new pitch side position we've got here on Town TV, closer than the action than ever before. It feels good to be pitch side here, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think the last time I did this was in Innsbruck.
Yeah.
It was slightly warmer. Yeah. But no, this is real. This is what it should be. It's nice being in the studio, but this is fantastic. Yeah. It's nice to be out here, close to the action, the lads warming up. And again, I think we're going to see a real buzzing atmosphere here at Portman Road today.
Feels that way, doesn't it?
And we can see Luke Wolfenden coming out and warming up as they get ready for today's game. He signed a new contract yesterday, a contract extension to 2027. Just how integral has he been to the success in the last few years?
I think he's an academy product. He's born and bred in the local area. I think he typifies everything that's good about this football club, and he wanted to be with us. And I think he's earned his new contract. Played a lot of football in League One, a lot of football in the Championship, and has got good minutes in the Premier League. He's more than earned his contract, and I'm delighted he's going to be with us for the foreseeable future.
On the other note, Wes Burns unfortunately picked up an injury, and I'm sure Chieo he's got to have the best support around him to help him get through that, you know, and you'll be there alongside him.
Yeah, as I said, I'm having a great time, you know, with my rehab. The people we have at the training ground are the top, are the best of the best, you know. And they're not just there to rehab the player, they're making sure that the player is okay, you know, mentally as well, because it's very important. And as I said, Wes will be with me, don't worry, I'll make sure he'll be okay. But he's very optimistic, you know, he's a positive guy. Listen, he knows these things happen in football, but he knows he's in the best place for rehab.
And you're itching to get back on the pitch, we can tell.
Well, Mark, thank you very much for joining us. Hopefully you can enjoy the game this afternoon. We can now hear from Luke Wolfenden, who's been speaking to Town TV's Jacob Henderson.
Yeah, in 2027 this contract runs to, which would be 10 years since your professional debut. Testimonial time maybe if we reach the end of that.
Yeah, bloody hell. I'd have never expected that. Yeah, 29, but still being there. Yeah, I'm just loving every minute, mate. I can't really say much more than that. I think it's just, I've been here for so many lows and some unbelievable highs. It's just enjoying the journey every day, really, and the boss and the coaches. And to be fair, I think particularly the boys and the group that we had the last 2 years has been the best that I've ever come across, and it's really has been unbelievable to be with them.
Right, it is time for a new feature on Town TV. This is called Impressions, where we get first-team players to do impressions of their teammates. What can go wrong? Up first is Axel Tuanzebe and Amari Hutchinson.
Alright, this next one's funny. Alright, imagine this is a mirror, yeah? So this is the player.
Jacob.
Nah. Take my earrings out. Get my snood up. Snood, yeah. Come in, my Puma gear. My Puma gear. I'm all Puma'd out. You get me? I'm an ambassador for Puma. You get me?
Jack Clark.
No.
Nah, I know who that is.
Who is it?
You. Hey, if you want to join Puma, you have to let me know, bro. You keep talking about Puma this, Puma that. If you want to join, bro, just let me know.
Don't crack me up, man.
Yeah? We say in my G. Actioner. No, what did he say? Oh, he said some stuff, but I can't really say it on the camera. Cool. Oh, you said that?
What?
Cool. Yes, Axe. Who says that?
I don't know who says that, man.
He got a best friend, bro. Like, them man don't leave each other.
Oh, Smods. Oh, Jack Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Leafy, you're on cut tonight. Leafy, I do not. Let's play Uno. We're playing Uno on the coach.
Jack Clark.
And now I'll bring the cards to play Uno on the coach.
Oh, Calvin Phillips.
Yeah.
This is an easy one. You ready?
Yeah.
Yes, my guy. Who does that?
Oh, that is violating.
Yes, my guy.
Skip.
Yeah.
Oh,
Welcome back to Matchday Preview Live right here at Portman Road as we look forward to the game against Southampton. I'm delighted to say we're now joined by Richard Naylor. Richard, how are you doing?
Very well, thank you. Lovely to be here.
When was the last time you were at Portman Road?
Probably 12, 15 years ago. I'm waiting for the good times to come back before I came back, so yeah, it's been a while.
Look, we just nearly got struck by a ball there. First touch, very well.
We had odds on who we thought it was going to be. I said it was going to be you.
Looking at all this, for us as supporters and fans, it's unbelievable. Do you miss being out there?
Oh, massively, yeah. Just being back, just sort of butterflies in my stomach, yeah. Desperate to get down the tunnel and get involved. But yeah, we're in the dressing room last night for Marcus Stewart's sort of dinner and in and around the dressing room with the sort of corporate guests and stuff, so it's really nice to be back in there, yeah.
Richard, you were effectively known as Bam Bam when you were playing. Are we still okay to call you Bam Bam?
Yeah, a lot of people still. That's the only place I get called it. So in my other clubs, At home, obviously not, but yeah, down here it's absolutely fine. Yeah.
It's great listening to have you back at Ipswich Town after so long, and you've made the trip down from you're living in Leeds and working in Hull, and the academy manager at Hull.
Yeah.
And obviously you'll know a few of our players quite well. Obviously the likes of Delap, of Jaden Philogene,
and Jacob Greaves.
And Jacob Greaves, of course.
Yeah, so I've known.
Have you got any more that we can have?
Well,
yeah, right. We've had a
potentially,
few.
yeah. Well, Greaves he had known since he was 15. So when I first started at Hull, I was doing the under-18s, and he was under 16. So I coached him for sort of 3 years and seen his career progress. So you know, for him to be here is just like brilliant for me, and like the connection with the club. And Jaden and Liam were both on loan at Hull last year, and both did really well for the club. So yeah, some good players, recruited really well. The manager here.
Have you been pleasantly surprised by how good Liam Delap has been this season, or did you have a bit of an idea that he would be that good?
Yeah, I mean, he was excellent in the Championship, and you know, generally if you're doing really well in the Championship, you can step up. Like, it's obviously difficult to score the same number of goals and have the same impact, but yeah, you could see he was a top player and he was going to go far.
Chieo, what's he like in training, Liam Delap? Because he's very feisty on the football pitch.
It's very relaxed in the training ground, I tell you that. Nah, he's really good. Handful, as you see week in, week out. The boys complain about him because he's not afraid to get stuck in, and sometimes we need to calm him down and save him for the match. But no, he's a really nice guy, very professional for someone his age as well. Gets the work done, make sure that his body's in the right place. So a really good player.
And Richard, what have you made of the Premier League campaign so far this season at Ipswich?
I suppose it's tough, innit? And that jump between the Championship and the Premier League has just got bigger and bigger, and it's really difficult. But I think the boys have equipped themselves really well. They've been in every game, so like it could have gone either way. Need a little bit of luck and a few more points, and hopefully we'll be all right.
And just obviously thoughts on today's game. I mean, it's a big match, isn't it? Ipswich versus Southampton. It's big for both teams, obviously. Both at the lower end of the table. What are your sort of thoughts on this one? Is it going to be cagey? Is it going to be open like perhaps we saw last season?
Yeah, I'm not sure how we're going to approach it. I think Southampton will want to stay in the game and probably keep it tight because of their situation. It's like a mini league, and they always say that you've got to beat the teams around you, and that's one of these games for us, really. If we can beat them, the distance is then massive. So it's an important game, but they're all important games, and if we don't get the positive result today, there's next week, and you don't really know where you're going to pick your points up from, then it doesn't really matter.
Chieo, it is a massive game, and I'm sure the boys are aware of the league position, even though a lot of the times players say, we'll look at the table at the end of the season. What's the general mood in the camp been like?
No, it's always been good, positive. We know we want to win this game. But as Richard just said, you never know about next week. And look at the games we picked the points up against Chelsea and Tottenham. Not many people thought we were going to pick points up in those games. So yes, it's not end all and be all to not get the points we want today, but we want to put that pressure on ourselves to just create that gap in the lower side of the table.
And look, Kieran's obviously said, look, there's no such thing as a must-win game as such. I mean, in the context of football, there will be at some point. But for Ipswich, we've still got 15 games left this season. I mean, everyone wants the 3 points, don't they, today? But also, there's still 14 games after this. We mustn't put too much pressure on this one result, right?
Yeah, but this game, if we can get the points we need, will give us momentum, and that's what you need in this league. Once you have momentum, you keep going and grafting out points. So we're hoping that we can start today to create that momentum.
Yeah.
And Richard, you mentioned that you were here at the club last night for an evening with Marcus Stewart. Just tell us about it. How was it?
Yeah, unbelievable event. Obviously, coming down to support Marcus with his campaigning for the M&D, and yeah, a lot of people really generous, raised a lot of money, and it was really nice to see a lot of faces. So yeah, really happy to support Marcus in the event.
And sorry, Curly, do you stay in touch with the former teammates, the former players? Do you guys have a WhatsApp group or something?
WhatsApp group. Yeah, we do have a WhatsApp group. But
what's the banter like?
Yeah. Poor, very poor. Richard writes banter's poor, that's all I'll say. Yeah, but no, it's good. It's good to keep in touch with the lads, and obviously with Marcus and his diagnosis, it's even more important that we do that.
Absolutely.
Richard, thank you very much for joining us. Enjoy the hospitality duties this afternoon. Right, we can now hear from the Ipswich Town manager, Kieran McKenna.
Kieran, a home game coming up, and Southampton, the visitors to Portman Road. We've had some good games against them in recent times, haven't we? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's an exciting game. There's one to look forward to. It's we've had really tough games with them, really competitive games with them in the last 3. Of course, we got the equaliser down there last year. We know what happened in the game at Portman Road. It was an incredibly tough game, but the whole club pulled together to squeeze out you know, a result. And, you know, we might need, I think every chance we're going to need the same tomorrow. So we expect another really tough game. Of course, they got a new manager. There's a few things that are different, but they're also, you know, got the best bits of last year's team, and they've added some really, really good players as well. So we know we're in for a challenge, but we want to perform as well as we can and get a result.
Is it important to highlight, like you say, that we're in for a challenge? You know, yes, there may be some outside noise and things like that. Sorry, but Southampton earned a place in this division just like us, and they have been competing in games as well.
Yeah, I think that's, you know, for me internally to watch it is pretty obvious. You know, they're still a really good side. The step up is huge, and they've been competitive in lots of games. They've had a lead in a lot of their games lately, but they haven't found the ways to, you know, get the margins to win points consistently at the Premier League yet. But we know how hard that is.
The thoughts of Chieo Ogbene there, ahead of today's game against Southampton. Chieo, every Premier League game is a new challenge. What's the challenge today?
The challenge today is, as I said to you, we need to start our momentum. We need to push now, put the pressure on ourselves. The biggest challenge to win this game. Ultimately, we need to win this game. We don't. It's not a must, but if we want to create that gap at the bottom of the table, we need to win this game.
Well, I was just going to say, obviously there's been a lot of changes at Ipswich over the course of the season. Players have come in at this transfer window. Over 20 of the players that were part of that promotion campaign last season have either moved on loan or have moved to other clubs. How long does that adjustment period, do you think, take as a player? Listen, you were at a different club last season. How long does it take for a player to come in and settle down?
Well, it depends on the player. It really does. Most players, you know, it does take 2 to 3 months to settle down. Some people can take longer. It just depends on the system you're playing in and the environment you're in. It's a really good environment, and the players we're signing are hungry players, you know. So when players are hungry and determined, they do quite settle in, and when all pulling in the same direction, they do settle in quicker.
Yeah, the 12:30 game today in the Premier League, I'm being told, is Nottingham Forest 7, Brighton 0. So Chio's face says it all there.
Oh. 7.
I'm not hearing that incorrectly. 7-0
now.
So, I mean, the Premier League can just throw up anything. Nottingham Forest, who got well beaten by Bournemouth, can put on a display like that. It just shows you how hard it is to win football matches in the Premier League.
Oh man, you know, it's funny that last year, at Luton, Nottingham Forest was struggling, and I'm amazed how quickly they've turned it around. And we played the likes of Brighton, the likes of Liverpool, and they matched them up. And then Forest doing that to them, it just shows you what kind of league we're in. It's so unpredictable.
Listen, we're hoping for a response from the boys. Obviously defeated in their previous 2 games against obviously Liverpool, Manchester City. But there are positives, aren't there, that Chieo Ogbene will take from those performances. And Cecil obviously playing his first debut, got an assist last weekend. We've spoken about him. What other positives do you think we can take from those 2 matches? There were moments, weren't there, in both those games where you felt Ipswich were playing good stuff.
Yeah, when I was playing, the manager always said, just when it's going bad, body language. And that's something that we've kept really well. Body language. It is difficult. You're playing against the likes of Liverpool, who are, in my opinion, currently are one of the best, is the best team in the world. So just make sure you keep body language. No disrespect to Southampton, they're not Liverpool, so we'll have to put it up to them.
When heads drop, obviously it's disappointing to concede, isn't it? Is that something, that mentality that you do work on? Lift yourselves, get back into games, and is that something you practice, how to lift yourself after going a goal down? It's hard to practice, but is that something you go through?
I'll be honest with you, we don't practice it. I just think it's the characters we have in the dressing room. And if you look at it, there's something that Gaffer said that he really likes. At halftime, when the whistle goes, you see the team running in together. And most teams don't do that, but simple things like that can put fear in the opposition. And, it puts doubt in them how together they are, even though it's going wrong. So I think it's just the characters that we are blessed in the dressing room.
You experienced what it was like in the Premier League last season with Luton. What's been the biggest difference when you've come to Ipswich at the start of the season? Has there been anything that's different?
I think similar at Luton and Ipswich. It's a hungry club, and they want to do well. The players who signed, players. Some players that's never been in this level, so players that want to do well for themselves, the family, and for the club, obviously. Listen, it was similar. The only thing I could say is just the stature of the club, Ipswich, and the financial support that they have here, maybe that was the difference.
Yeah, well, Christian Walton misses out today. We're hearing through a groin strain, but to cheer him up, his save against Brighton's been nominated for Save of the Month. Any goalkeeper can pull off a save like that. It's going to be up there for an award, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a great save. It was a great save. It was one that you're like, you overthink like the player's going to score and he makes that save. You know, it's credit to him because he'll have to buy his time as well. You know, obviously with Arrow in goal, and you know he had to be patient. But I'm just happy for him that, you know, obviously I'm disappointed that he's picked up an injury, but he'll be in a good place.
Yeah, listen, Christian Walton has been fantastic for us since he's come back in, so we're sorry to miss him today. Good luck to Muric as well. I'm sure he's going to do a great job. We spoke before we came on air about how many points we thought might be needed to stay up this season. We reckoned possibly another 15, didn't we? We were sort of doing the maths, and there's no way of guaranteeing, is there? But do you think, you know, 5 wins or maybe 3 or 4 wins and some draws would potentially be enough? Do you think 30 points could be enough to keep you up this season?
It depends how the other teams do. But if we get 30 points, I think it'll put us in a good position, especially towards the last stretch of the season. So. If you can get 15 points in the Premier League is a difficult task to ask. You know, it sounds easy, but it's very difficult. But I believe we can. But most importantly, I just believe we can just create a momentum and just, you know, pick up points anywhere we can and see what happens.
Yeah, we all believe that's for sure. Right, Nathan Broadhead starts for the Blues this afternoon. He's been speaking to Town TV ahead of today's game.
Brody, thanks for talking to us. Big game against Southampton today. How are you feeling?
Yeah, can't wait to get started. It's a big game, like everyone knows, and hopefully we can get the win.
Yeah, had some great games against them over the last 18 months or so, and we not least the game back here in April that you scored in.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that was a hell of a game. Yeah, hopefully we can do the same.
Yeah, we need the crowd in the same way that they're on our backs and helping us. Then won't be the same today, won't it?
Yeah, for sure. They're a massive part of our club, so yeah, hopefully we can make them sing.
Yeah, and for you personally, having had a nice run at the moment, some good appearances, good cameos off the bench, and a great start today, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm enjoying my football, to be fair. Just want to try and do my best for the team, and hopefully I can score or assist today. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Top man, good luck, Roddy. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome back to Matchday Preview Live. The music is pumping. I've got a little toe tap going on it. It's quite good fun. Kick-off is fast approaching. The players are doing their final bits of warm-up. What is Kieran McKenna? There's Calvin Phillips there saying hello. We are closer to the action than ever before. What is a Kieran McKenna team talk like in that changing room before the game?
He's very relaxed. I feel like the work is done during the week. So he does go out, he motivates the boys, just make sure that we just carry out what we've planned, you know. He's quite relaxed towards before kick-off, lets the boys get in the zone themselves.
As players, what is going through your mind at this point? So close to kick-off, the fans are in the stadium, music is blaring, PA is going. What going through your mind at this point when you're so close to kick-off?
For me, I personally just focus on what I have to do. If everyone does that, then the team should do well. But for myself, I just make sure that I do my catch. So remember who I'm marking as set pieces because they're very important. Just to stay focused and keep yourself calm. It's very easy to get emotional and wound up, but just keep yourself calm and just let your football do the talking.
How much information are you given before a game? Like you just mentioned there, who you're marking. You always see coaches on the sideline with the clipboard. Is there quite a lot of information you have to take on board?
Yeah, there is a lot of information, but most of the work is done during the week. So you practice it from Wednesday to Friday. So Saturday becomes second nature. So then when we're in the dressing room, you're not bombarded with information. So you kind of put it into practice in the week.
And these warm-ups that are going on just behind us now, that's literally all they are, aren't they? There's no sort of tactics really necessarily being invented at this point. It's about getting your body warm. And I know these are sort of the subs as well getting warmed up, but it's not so much about, you know, the plan for the game. It's about just warming the body up, making sure that there's not going to be any injuries that you're going to pick up at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, that's all it is, just warming up. Obviously, you see sometimes they break into positional and the strikers do some finishing and stuff just to get a feel of it, but most of the work is done during the week. This is just the warm-up.
And just describe that feeling when you walk out of that tunnel and you can hear the music, you can see the fans. We're expecting another packed-out crowd here at Portman Road. I get goosebumps just watching from up in the gods up there.
Yeah. That's the same. My first game, as I said to you, I had goosebumps here. You know, I had to keep, deep breathing to calm myself down because it can be very overwhelming. But these guys are used to it. They've been out multiple times out here, so it's a great feeling. Obviously, knowing the support you have here, and you know, going to each game in the Premier League, it's a special feeling.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we are not far away. We are stood here pitchside and we get a little taster of it, but to sit here and to talk to a professional footballer, to sort of go through what you go through a little bit to get that insight is really, really fascinating. And I mean, I know we sort of spoke about it at the beginning of the show, but you feel like you're potentially getting close to returning from injury?
Yeah, Achilles injuries is usually 6 to 9 months. Most people come back at 6 months, but I'm an outfield player. Even if I'm back towards the end of the season, which is I'm on course to be back in May, I still have to get match fit. So it just depends on how quickly I can get match fit. But I'm just going to leave it, and you know, as I believe, slowly is the fastest way. You know, so I'm just going to, you know, take it day by day and see what happens.
Absolutely. Well, we wish you a speedy recovery, James. A quick prediction before we go.
What was the score in the Forest game? It was 7-0.
7-0.
All right, I'm not going to go over the top. 5-0 Ipswich.
5-0 from James Tzanoudakis there. Right, you can listen to the audio commentary of Ipswich versus Southampton with Ian Westlake and Glenn Wheeler, and then come back next week for the FA Cup trip to Coventry City, where Ian and Glenn will be the commentators for that one. We're back for Matchday Preview Live on the 15th of February as we travel to Aston Villa. James Tzanoudakis is in the hot seat for that one. We'll see you then. Enjoy the game.
At the University of Suffolk, see it your way. Discover unique perspectives. Or create your own. Take a closer look at the University of Suffolk. See it your way. The University of Suffolk.
When we started this, did we ever think we'd have a partnership with a football club? Absolutely not. It's this is beyond our wildest dreams. We pretty much exclusively hire graduates at Halo. We're very proud of our Suffolk roots. Halo's a pretty passionate, positive, enthusiastic place generally, but when you've also got what's going on at the football club, and it's just blending passion and enthusiasm.
At one point or another, most small businesses require funding. Businesses need speed, they need simplicity and flexibility. Our online form allows you to send in a loan application in just a matter of minutes. We only ask for information that's absolutely necessary. We'll aim to get a decision to you within 24 hours, and if approved, you can have the funds in your account on the very same day. Fleximize has revolutionised the lending process to be fast, flexible and fuss-free. Everything you need for your business.
Transform your garden with a top-notch patio from Newstone. From cosy traditional patios to sleek modern spaces, we have something to suit every home and every budget. At Newstone, we're dedicated to providing the best experience possible, from helping you choose the perfect paving to delivery to your doorstep. Contact us online, over the phone, or in person at our showrooms. Newstone. Better patios, better prices.